Barrel rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno-monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Thursday the 21st of January 2021. The time is 5 to 5, 0455 GMT in the morning. Asian session coming to a close, European session about to fire up, and our lunchtime in the UK is the start of the North American US session. Right, I've made a start, I've written up a couple of things, so let's talk about those, get underway then. So yesterday, Wednesday the 20th, the daily flows for the whole day were as follows. So we had a positive opposed positive driver in the yen at plus 129. It was opposed by the pound, so we had front and backdoor flows going well, in this case they were negative flows going the opposing way, predominantly out of the euro at minus 123, and we had a little bit of dollar softness as well, with the pound acting as the positive rock at plus 32, and that was on activity of plus or minus 161. Right. Then we've got intra-week flows, which are the flows so far for the whole of this week, using Monday 18th of the 1st as open as the kickoff point, and those flows are till about 15 minutes ago. So what have we got here? Excuse me. We've got a negative opposed driver in the dollar at minus 160. It's opposed, so we've got front and backdoor flows. And the bulk of the opposing positive flows went into the pound over the week so far, but plus 138. A little bit of euro strength at plus 37, and the yen is staying fairly where it is, but it's slightly weak at minus 15. Right, so all we need to do now is look at the intraday flows, which are for today, which is Thursday the 21st of the 1st. So these are the most up-to-date flows, and effectively it's been what's been happening in the Asian session. So what have we got then? So we've got dollar yen on the negative, and euro pound on the positive. We've got plus 51 for the pound, plus 41 for the euro, minus 37 for the yen, and minus 55 for the dollar, and that's on activity of plus or minus 92. So we've got a negative opposed driver in the dollar. Right, we've got a negative rock in the yen, and a positive mover in the euro, and a positive secondary driver in the pound. Right, so let's just have a look at those. Put that down. Right, so in fact I need to pick it up again. That wasn't very clever. Right, so here we go. What's going to knock all this around? Well, yesterday, Wednesday, we had Biden sworn in as the I think it's the 46th US president or whatever. He went to town and basically undid a few things that Trump did. So the first thing he did was to shaft the Canadians with the Keystone Pipeline, which we've been talking about this week. But he is going to throw them a bone at some stage because he's making them the first official visit to another country, etc. So there's likely to be a bit of quid pro quo there. But nevertheless, according to the Canadians, he's just done for 2,000 jobs. So not entirely happy. Now, yesterday we had the Canadian rates decision, which they stayed pretty stable on, but they did talk up the CAD. So you had you had the CAD rates decision, and you had this Keystone Pipeline cancellation confirmation. What was it? He revoked the permit for the Keystone pipeline. So that's what Biden did anyway. Right. So you had this CAD rates decision, and you had the inauguration and this revoking of the permit for the Keystone pipeline. Thursday today, we're running into two rates decisions. We've had the JPY, the yen. They've kept things as usual and said they're going to do whatever it takes. That's basically a signal for yen weakness, continuation in yen softness, and we've got the euro rates decision later today. So the ECB will be talking about their decisions. So that's, and then just looking over the horizon a little bit, next Wednesday, the 27th, we've got the Fed's rates decision. Right, so that's sort of, we're getting more and more boxed in now. So we've had the CAD, we've had the yen, we will have had the euro, and then we've got this gap between that and the Fed's rate decision. Anyway, so that's what's going on there. Biden's rejoining the WHO, World Health Organization, Paris Climate Accord, all fairly predictable. Right, so that's what's been happening there. Let's just whiz through the flows then. So yesterday we had the yen acting as the opposed positive driver, with euro weakness predominantly. Over the week we've had dollar weakness with pound strength. Okay, so over the week we've had dollar weakness, pound strength, but yesterday we had yen strength with euro weakness, and the dollar and the pound staying fairly static. And so far today, we've got dollar weakness as the opposed negative driver, yen weakness, and we've got fairly balanced opposing positive flows into the pound and the euro. Right. So what's been happening in the general markets then? Equities have been pumped, with the Nasdaq leading the way. So the Nasdaq even is charging ahead of the Dow, Wall Street, and S&P in relative terms. Right, what else has been happening? So we appear to be getting AUD strength and NZD strength, the New Zealand dollar. The AUD is strong against anything except the New Zealand dollar, so that tells you the relative strength of the New Zealand dollar. And we've got mixed situation on the CAD, because that's had all this to and froing with the Bank of Canada saying that things are looking better. It's also had this Keystone Pipeline knock, etc. So that's mixed there. So really, what have we got here? We've got dollar, yen. This is risk on. If you've got a weak dollar and a weak yen, you've got risk on. You've had effectively risk on all week, except with daily exceptions. So Monday we had a little pause on that. You had some yen strength. But generally, we're looking at risk on. So let's rub this out and see where we're going. Right. So the thing that's we've basically got a risk on scenario at the moment. We've got AUD, NZD up at the moment. We've got, this is very, given that we've just had the yen rates decision and they've said they're going to do all it takes, etc. You know, we're looking at yen complex weakness today, and so we're looking at equities probably still feeling good about things. So we're going to get equities up. We're going to get an equity transmission as well. So you certainly want to be short the yen complex. remember what the yen complex is. It's dollar yen, euro yen, pound yen. So you want to be short potentially those. But let's have a look a bit further. So we've got dollar weakness. We're likely to have a neutral to dollar weakness here. So that leaves us with the pound and the euro. So who's going to sweep up the bulk of the positive flows? Well, as I say, we've got this rates decision in the euro, which is a big question mark at the moment. If you remember, 3 weeks ago, the German economy was getting nothing but positive data. It was steaming. Germany being the sort of manufacturing powerhouse of the EU, and then about 10 days, 2 weeks ago, we started to see this German data roll off, and then there's some negative noise about, the German economy had contracted the most, etc. You get the picture there. So the euro was basically, where are we? The euro was sold off. We thought it was going to bounce. It has bounced to a certain degree, but it's still vulnerable. So we think the euro is, given the rates decision and everything, is likely to go south. So that basically leaves the good old British pound on the up probably, because it's got nowhere else to go really. So let's have a look. So to sum up, you want to be short the yen complex, which is in our case is made up of dollar yen, euro yen, pound yen, but not necessarily all of them. The euro's likely to be soft, so that sort of puts a problem on that one, because you've got yen weakness with euro weakness. The dollar is likely to be neutral. So that likewise. So the best place is probably pound yen. So where are we? Running out of space. So pound yen long is probably where you'll get the most bang for your bucks. Hope that was useful. See you again tomorrow for the briefing. Thank you very much.